Jays with 2 home runs, 3 pitches into this game, and an insurance run in the 4th. They lead 3-1 as Blake Snell comes home to Addison Barger. To start the 7th inning, misses inside with his first pitch. Well, mission accomplished in his ability to bear down and get deep into this game.
Yeah, he's giving him a chance. The offense has just been stymied. Streak is over.
What, you mess up your scorecard?
First time in 5 games.
Wow, you had a 5-game streak going?
Longest one of my career in the postseason.
Extra impressive because one of those games is actually 2. Yeah, 2
Good
games
point.
in 1. So give yourself 6.
Good point. I got a suggestion for anyone who makes the score sheets moving forward. Just put the name of the team in bold so you don't have to, you fold it in half, you turn it over, but you get confused.
Do you?
Do you?
He's gonna find the seats, and it's 2-2. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Blue Jays, a run on just 2 hits for the Dodgers, and this is now 4 runs over the last 26 innings. Back to the 7th inning of Game 3 when it was 5-5, and it looked like the offense had come to life. Not much doing since. 2-2 to Barger. Punches one left side. It's going to find its way into left field. Muncy was over towards the hole, and Barger snuck it by him for a leadoff single. He has reached base all 3 times in this Game 5. If tonight's game ends in a walk-off, Capital One will donate an additional $10,000 to the Jackie Robinson Foundation as part of the Capital One walk-off program. To date, Capital One has donated more than $1 million to the foundation to support its programs and initiatives. Jays fans are saying we'll put together $10,000 together so we don't have to have Capital One do that on a walk-off. So that would mean a Dodger win in this 5th game. Leadoff man aboard. Counter from left for the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Enriquez ready to go in the Dodger bullpen. Bunted foul.
Here's the other play you don't see too often. I mean, you don't see bunts very often. But in a bunting situation, and the pitcher knows it, the infielders know it, starting the runner and bunting at the same time. It's not technically a hit and run. It'd be bunt and run, and you're guaranteed to get the runner to second unless the ball's in the dirt.
Crashing in from first, Freeman, and IKF takes a strike. You run a further risk of a double play that way. A little pop up.
You do, but you do it only with the guy that you know is a great bunter of the ball and a pitcher that's around the strike zone. The reason he did that, see if the intel of the hitter at the plate would give away anything. I doubt he'll be bunting here with 2 strikes.
Still looking for his first hit of the World Series. Connor Falefa, 0 for 14. That one gets away, and Barger will get second anyways. Blue Jays outplaying the Dodgers in this game in every way.
Again, it's a game of advanced thinking. If this happens, this is what I do. Anticipating, reading, reacting. And that was such a tough block for Smith. He didn't know where the ball was. And easy advance to second.
Now a 2-2 pitch. Connor Falefa takes in the dirt, and it's gone to 3-2 on a guy that is hitless in this World Series. Enriquez ready for the top of the order, likely. 3 hitters away, or 2 hitters away. Barger at second, nobody out. The payoff pitch. Bouncing ball left side. Betts is there. Running throw in time. Runner stays at second. MLB Together is baseball's platform embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. Unhappy faces here at Dodger Stadium. 50,000 plus. Not a whole lot to cheer about, though, as Trey Savage has dominated this game. Andres Jimenez with one out, swings and misses. Here's another chance for Jimenez to do what he's done best in this postseason. That is deliver with runners in scoring position. 7 for 14. Third on the team in RBIs out of the 9 spot. Snell's attacked him with fastballs tonight, struck him out both times. This is his last hitter. Schneider on deck. Ball 2.
You're wondering what Blake Snell does every once in a while, reaching in the back pocket. It gives him information on counts, tendencies, all that gathered from 162 games based on the batter.
Got him to chase right there, 2-2. How reliable is that in the postseason? Because guys change.
Yeah, and that might be a card for just postseason too. It's not necessarily, but I think it's a good reliance to know the tendencies of hitters. They don't vary too often.
It's a play sheet for the offensive coordinator. The 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball first, but foul.
Slow, and then fastball up is where he's been getting them. So if you're thinking along the lines, it's late in the game. This is probably the last hitter. You have one more good fastball on a 2-2 count up in the zone that looks enticing for Jimenez to go after it.
Nathan Lucas has a bat ready to counter if there's a new pitcher. 2-2. It is a fastball. Throw back to second. Hits the runner. I know Betts did catch it.
I don't like that by Will Smith right there, because now all you're doing is you're possibly taking a strike away on a 2-2 pitch with the chance of picking off a guy at second. I don't know if it's worth the risk.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes on the 9-hitter. Popped out of his hand, and his 4th walk of the game will set it up for the top of the order and likely end his night. No, Mark Pryor instead.
Yeah,
that's to buy a little time.
I don't know if they would rather face Lucas here.
Yeah, so I guess the question is Snell against Schneider or Enriquez against Lucas.
Right, and I think that's going to be just a pulse check right now and see where he's at and understand that Lucas will come into the game if they take him out.
Let's get a quick word from Google Cloud.
Does a little hop bring a little luck? Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Boy, you sure would love a double play here with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. waiting on deck.
Yeah, that likely will happen on a changeup away if he gets into a situation to utilize. The aggressiveness of Snyder was no more evident than the first pitch of the game. Solo home run.
Strikeout and a walk since then. 2 on with 1 out in the 7th. Jays by 2. Started him with a change. Strike 1. Davis Schneider, the former 28th round pick, sees another changeup float in there. 0-2.
That one caught him by surprise, I think. And now you're trying to go for that kill shot. Got a couple pitches to maybe either swing over the top of a breaking ball that starts up or go 3 in a row changeups and just make this one way off the plate.
You know the hitter's got to be thinking, he can't throw 3 in a row, can he? See what he chooses. On an 0-2. He did, not through a slider, but it missed.
The thought here is you're going to see him swing over the top of a slider. He could get on his tippy toes trying to get that call.
Now the 1-2 is in the dirt. Smith can't get it, and up to third goes Barger.
And Barger has been on it. Anticipating the ball in the dirt. When he sees it, he's gone. You can see that ball just kicks way away from Smith.
So he singles to open the inning. Takes second on a wild pitch. Takes third on a wild pitch. Two balls and 2 strikes on Schneider. Snell comes home from 0-2 to 3-2. With Vlad Jr. looming on deck. Now, who would have thought you lose George Springer, you come back to win game 4, and then in game 5 it's the guy that slides up into the leadoff spot in his place that starts it with a home run and now tries to squeeze the last drop out of Blake Snell. Most pitches he's thrown in 3 years. The 116th. A 3-2 to Davis Schneider. Down with a change. And that will be the end of the line for Blake Snell. Dave Roberts will go down to his young flame-throwing righty Henriquez as Snell finishes off his night with his 7th K. The Blue Jays with a 2-run lead. And runners at first and third looking for insurance and looking for a 3-2 World Series lead. Night finish. Book still open, though, for Blake Snell. Frustrated with this outing. 3 runs, 2 of them coming on the first 3 pitches of the game on home runs. This is the guy that hit one of them, Vlad Jr. Edgardo Enriquez on to face him. Upstairs to the first pitch. Gained trust in what he did in the 18-inning game when he had 2 scoreless innings.
Throws hard, but that doesn't matter to Guerrero. You better locate it.
Another home run, a walk, and a double play ground out. First and third, 2 away. 2-run lead for Toronto. Enriquez comes home. A swing and a miss on a high fastball. Enriquez only 23. Had not pitched since the wild card round prior to game 3. Dodgers desperate for guys to step forward in that bullpen in big spots.
If you want to know why he's such a good hitter and why there's so many strikeouts in baseball, hitters have a bat angle that is in the upper 20s launch, right? They want to launch, they want to lift the ball in the air. His is flatter in the strike zone. It's part of the reason why he hits so many ground balls, and he hits them hard. And by having a flatter swing and as strong as he is, if you throw the wrong pitch, that will create his power. But he's not up there trying to launch and hit homers. He's up there to hit the ball hard and hit at gaps and then take advantage of where you're pitching him.
And home runs come out of that.
They sure do.
He's got 8 of them to just 5 strikeouts in the playoffs. He's got Barger at third, Jimenez at first. The 3-1. Guerrero fouls it off, and it's 3-2. Dodgers could not get out of the inherited runner situation for their starter Ohtani last night. It was the difference in the ball game, what the relievers did coming in.
Seeing Savage standing, man, I can't believe he stands a lot. It just would wear. He must not like to sit. Nervous energy, whatever it is. But I think his manager is going to go batter to batter now with him if there's no more runs scored in this game or this inning.
Payoff pitch to Vlad Jr. Overthrows it to the backstop, and here comes Barger. 4-1 Toronto. A single and 3 wild pitches to allow Barger to go first to home.
Where the fuck you going, baby? Where you going?
That was not your typical Dodgers inning. But the fear of making a great pitch to a great hitter, and the feeling that a manager has when he watches a runner go first, second, third, home without a hit.
And so first and second for Bichette. The Dodgers over the first 142 innings pitched in this postseason had 3 wild pitches. They have 3 in this inning alone.
It's crazy.
Oh, 1 to Bichette. Trying to make it really hurt. They ruled that, by the way, a pass ball, but same idea.
That was a pass ball.
Either way, it's a run. And the Blue Jays have the insurance with a pitcher on the mound who looks unhittable.
I want to see the replay of that.
We're going to get that for you. Ball 2. Will Smith says, calm down.
Oh, there's no way.
101 in the other batter's box.
There is no way. When you're set up for a pitch where he was set up to get 101, you keep it as wild. You keep it as a wild pitch.
I'm good. I'm sticking to my guns because I wrote it in pen.
I mean, there's just no way. You're not supposed to catch a ball in the left-handed batter's box.
Triple digits, no less. 3 balls and a strike on Bichette. Jimenez at second, Guerrero at first. Here it comes. Shot to right field, a base hit. Here comes Jimenez. Hernandez's throw heads for third. It is not in time, and it's 5-1. And the Blue Jays have another multi-run inning. And for the second night in a row, a Dodger reliever comes in, and the 2 inherited runners both come in.
RBI king for the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll find out what the future holds for him, but right now he is living a dream playing in the World Series after not competing in the first couple of series due to that knee injury, and coming through.
He's knocked in a run in all 3 games here in Los Angeles. He's given the Blue Jays a 5-1 lead as they try to go back-to-back wins after the crushing defeat. Maybe we should stop calling it crushing because they've made it look like it was nothing. Game 6, one way or another, is going to be this matchup. This is why this game is so important for the Blue Jays. They're looking at facing Yamamoto, fresh off his complete game that I know you've said is as impressive a performance as you've ever watched in the playoffs. You've seen some good ones.
Yeah, no, he was in the strike zone. He was nasty. He just absolutely took the bats out of their hands and dominated that game.
And, of course, Gausman on the other side for the Blue Jays. He's been their ace all year and 4 years.
And he was equally as dominant. He made 1 mistake with 2 outs to Will Smith in a tie game. So he's been awesome for Toronto as well.
Yamamoto for the Dodgers, but Gausman plus that Rogers Center crowd for the Blue Jays. Even playing field as this heads to game 6. 2-0 on Kirk.
The one thing about this inning, and it may knock out Savage because of the delay, right? Plus they got a couple runs, but that delay in this late in the game really impacts a pitcher, and
No, that's outside.
you're running out of gas a little bit, and he doesn't have exactly experience of 200+ innings. We'll see what they choose to do when this inning comes to the bottom half.
Anthony Banda is ready for the Dodgers as this has gone to 3-0 on Kirk. Enriquez looking for his first out. Not going to find it here. And not going to get a chance to find it again. Left-handed batting Dalton Varsho's coming to the plate. Anthony Banda's coming in. The Jays have scored twice more here in the 7th. They lead it 5-1. Dalton Varsho to the plate here in Game 5 of the World Series. A 5-1 lead for the Toronto Blue Jays as Edgardo Enriquez is the latest to come in and let inherited runners come in to score. This is a bases loaded situation that Anthony Banda inherits. Out of the 3 times we've seen this situation in the World Series, 8 of the 9 runs have come in. Inherited, bases loaded for a reliever. A strike 1 on Varsho. Banda was one of the guys that struggled out of the pen last night. Couldn't hang on to things for Shohei Ohtani. It was the concern coming into the postseason for the Dodgers. Covered up by how good the starting pitching was the first few rounds. But then busted open as the Blue Jays have been a tougher test on the starters. Ground ball to second. Tommy Edman will shovel it off to second to end the inning. But the Jays get 2. Second night in a row. They put up a crooked number in the 7th. 2 wild pitches. No, we're sticking with 3. 3 wild pitches allow Barger to go all the way around. Blake Snell's finished. The Dodgers down 5-1 to the last of the 7th.